The Battle of Stalingrad, the bloodiest confrontation in human history. From August 1942 to February 1943, two mighty armies clashed for control of a single city. What began as another step in Hitler's march to the east, ended as the moment the tide of World War II turned. But what really happened in Stalingrad? Beyond the myths and propaganda, what were the real reasons Germany lost, and the Soviet Union prevailed? In the summer of 1942, Hitler launched Operation Blue, the offensive to seize the oil fields of the Caucasus and cut the Volga River lifeline. Stalingrad, an industrial hub bearing Stalin's own name, became the symbolic and strategic target. To Hitler, capturing it meant breaking Soviet morale. To Stalin, defending it meant saving the revolution itself. The German Sixth Army, under General Friedrich Paulus, pushed east across the steppe. Villages burned, Soviet forces retreated, and the Luftwaffe ruled the skies. By late August, German tanks reached the outskirts of Stalingrad. What they saw was a vast industrial city, soon to become a graveyard. On August 23, the Luftwaffe unleashed over 1,000 tons of bombs on Stalingrad. The city turned to ashes overnight. Tens of thousands of civilians died, yet Soviet troops held on among the ruins. Stalingrad was no longer a city. It became a labyrinth of broken walls and human will. When German infantry entered the city, they expected a swift victory. Instead, they found hell on earth. Every street, every house, every basement became a battlefield. Soviet snipers and small assault groups turned the ruins into killing zones. "The enemy is not in front of us, he's everywhere," wrote one German officer. Supplies ran low. The Volga crossing was under constant fire. Soviet medics treated the wounded in cellars lit by candles. Civilians hid in basements for weeks, sharing bread crusts and melted snow. Yet, amidst the destruction, the will to resist never broke. In November 1942, while the Germans fought for the last streets, the Red Army prepared a massive counterattack. Operation Uranus struck the weaker Romanian and Italian forces guarding the flanks. Within days, the Sixth Army was surrounded, trapped inside Stalingrad. Paulus requested permission to break out. Hitler refused. Inside the pocket, over 250,000 Axis troops faced the winter without supplies. The Luftwaffe promised to deliver everything by air, but it was a lie. Hunger, frost, and despair took over. By January, Stalingrad had become a frozen tomb. On January 31, 1943, General Paulus surrendered his southern group. 2 days later, the northern pocket fell. Of the 91,000 Germans captured, only 5,000 would ever return home. For Hitler, it was the first undeniable defeat. For Stalin, the proof that the Red Army could win. Stalingrad changed everything. From that point, the German army was on the defensive, step by step, retreating toward Berlin. The myth of Nazi invincibility was shattered. The world now believed, the Axis could be defeated. Stalingrad was not just a battle, it was a symbol. A story of endurance, sacrifice, and the terrifying cost of total war. Over 2 million lives were lost. Yet out of that ruin, hope emerged, the belief that tyranny could be defeated. This was Stalingrad, what really happened.